This video will explain how Dr. Scanlon harvests the fat from the donor site, usually the abdomen, hips, or thighs. She will draw up the fat into 10 cc syringes. We will process the fat, spin it down in a centrifuge to separate the fluid from the fat. We will then put it into a 1 cc syringe, give it back to Dr. Scanlon for her to inject into the face. Dr. Scanlon has injected the abdomen with a local solution using a 10 cc syringe and a large injection needle. She then drew off the fat from that area after she waited 10 minutes using the same needle to draw the fat out. She passes off the 10 cc syringe to me. I'll stand it upright in the rack, and then the fluid will start to separate from the fat. You can see the fluids at the bottom and the fat will be on top. I'll squeeze a little of the fluid off. They won't all have the fluid. You put a blue cap on the syringe. And balance out how much is in each syringe, because they'll need to be balanced for the centrifuge. It will bounce off the table if they're not close. These sterile metal tubes will go into the centrifuge. And then our lovely assistant will shut the lid for us and turn it on for 2 minutes. Just turn that little dial. And then we'll have to watch the clock that timer. It's not real good. Let it spin for 2 minutes, and then we'll pour off the fluid again. You can kind of touch it if you want to slow it down a little. Then you remove the tube sterilely. Stick your finger in it and it'll pull right out. And you can see how the fluid, the fat, and the oil has separated. Okay. Take the syringe, the fluid will drain off, and then the oil you just pour off. Okay. And put the cotton down in the syringe to absorb the extra oil. Same thing to all the other syringes. then once you have just the fat, take off the blue cap, turn the syringe over and put the plunger back in. You have to let the fat fall away from the top or it'll squirt straight out. And push the plunger up. Put the adapter on the syringe. And then you can connect it to the 1cc syringe and fill up the syringe. And to do that with all the syringes, you can combine these once you put the plunger in so you can get a better count of your total fat. So out of 66 cc's that she would drip in the patient, we have roughly 30 of injectable fat. This is the instrument that Dr. Scanlon calls Big Bertha. It's a dissecting tool for breast implants. It's very heavy. The handle's thick, solid, and when she makes the incision in the breast crease, she'll push this up into the incision and spread it back and forth to make the pocket for the breast implant. So that's what this looks like. She wanted to show you a picture so you'd have an idea of how big it was. This is the horseshoe neuro head holder. It attaches, you take the head of the bed off. This attaches to the head of the bed. It opens here, so it's fully adjustable for the patient's comfort, and then it locks into place with this handle. And then this is also adjustable. It opens up to sit on the back of behind their ears. I'll show you how to position this on the patient's head. It will be sitting on the bed this way, but the actual cushions will go behind the patient's ear, right here, not under their neck, but up high on the back of their head, just like this. And then it will curve to fit their head this way. You don't ever want it to be down here, always up on the skull itself. And just for our use, we wrap something like a shoe cover or something over it to keep it clean during the case, just because the blood and stuff, the drainage will get down in the head holder, make it harder to clean. That just helps us out. And if you want, you can add a little cushion. We wrap like a cast padding around it just to make it more comfortable for the patient. Whatever you prefer to do there is fine. We prep the abdomen the same way you would for any laparotomy case. She will mark the areas that she's going to harvest the fat from, so you know what to prep. And you can use a laparotomy drape, or we just use, when we drape out the head, we use a split sheet, ENT sheet like you would normally use, and then we just cut a hole in that. So whatever you prefer to do is fine. We also have a neuro drape, a craniotomy drape that has the pocket on it for drainage, and we use that for the head, and we'll put the pocket up under the patient's head so it'll catch all the irrigation, it won't flow down the floor. and then we'll put the split drape, the head drape, on top of that and cut the hole for that harvesting site.
Brow dissectors. The curved are for people who have higher brows, so you can reach down into the brow. These small dissectors she uses on the glabella to separate the nerves from the scalp when she dissects. And then these are 2 more dissectors she'll use when she makes the incisions on the side of the head to peel the scalp off the skull.